Our judges are ready. 1, 2, 3, right home!
What if I told you all those cheers are for a man who just poured a cup of coffee? That before you take your first sip of your latte, an unmeasurable amount of time, skill, and passion goes into even the simplest design floating at the top. Now what if I told you that baristas from miles away descended to Austin once a month to show off their skill in competition and for a chance at bragging rights within this small-knit community? This is latte art. Not just anyone can pour milk into a shot of espresso and be successful. To understand the science and technique, I talked to two baristas from Thunderbird Coffee to learn how they take a mound of ground coffee beans and transform it into art.
My name is David. I'm a barista at Thunderbird Coffee here in Austin, Texas. We have 2 locations. I've been there for about 2 years now.
My name is Sylvan Stevens. I'm from Houston, Texas. So I've been here for going on 4 years. I'm our coffee program manager. So I do all of our training, ordering, machine maintenance. The whole process starts off just like making any other cafe drink. You start with your espresso.
Coffee goes into the hopper, goes down through the grinder, and grinds up a good dose into your portafilter. And the grind size plays a big issue with the flavor, the balance, acidity, all that stuff with your coffee, your end result. When you're extracting a shot, a lot of the fruitier notes are going to come out in the beginning of that espresso shot. That's supposed to later on in the end. That's more of the dark chocolatey, ashy tobacco type of flavors going to extract.
In the meantime, and this is part of the multitasking, you're also measuring out milk for the drink, which differs from drink to drink. For the shots extracting, you're going to steam your milk using a technique of aeration to create texturized milk. You're taking milk and forcing air into it while increasing the temperature, so you get a nice homogenized beverage. What you're doing is pouring that texturized milk into an espresso and creating contrast, because the aerated portion of the milk actually rises to the top of the beverage, and that's where you get like a white contrast on top of the brown coffee, which creates latte art. It'd be really similar to plating for chefs, where you're trying to basically showcase the ingredients and the drink as a whole succinct beverage the best way you can. And so for the heart, it would be contrast and symmetry and overall balance in the cup. And that is really even motions, very well-timed execution, and you have to finish it obviously before the drink comes spilling over on you.
More of a muscle memory type of thing too. So I could either speed up the volume or stream of milk, I could slow it down. The elevation, the pitcher. If I go higher, the milk's gonna go straight down into the coffee and not produce a white foam on top, or I'm gonna draw, if you will. And when I go lower, it's gonna produce, my latte art.
The way that this works is the first round is always hearts, the second round is tulips, the third round is rosettas. Then once we enter the semifinals, it's barista's choice, and the finals are judge's choice. Dun, dun, dun.
So typically you have a bracket style tournament of about 32 individuals. Everyone pays in at the door to compete. It's usually $5 to $10. The winner takes all. You go head to head, one barista versus the other in front of a panel of about 3 judges. I have won 2.
It's extremely important to know your machine, that way you produce a fine product. And then when you go to somebody else's machine, all the baristas go there, we don't know what's going on. Might be a pretty good machine, but you're just not used to it. Or it might be great, but you're nervous or something. As soon as you start steaming, there's no stopping. You gotta go with what you gotta go with, your pour.
People take pictures or note it and they're like, oh, that's beautiful. That speaks volumes to us, I think, as baristas.
They don't know all the details that it takes to actually produce a fine milk and produce a good quality espresso shot. But they do know that it took some time to actually draw there on top of their cup.
Continue to support each other, make conversations, make delicious coffee.
It's everywhere. Every semester, graduation confetti covers the ground in several areas. Many students forget to sweep it up afterward, so the confetti washes into the drains and flows into the San Marcos River.
So a lot of the confetti is dyed and it's not natural, so it's plastics, basically microtrash. A lot of the fish and birds eat that thinking it's food, ingest it, and that causes problems for those species.
Efforts to keep the river clean will continue.
We focus on the micro litter, which is the little stuff that people don't think about.
The amount of debris volunteers collect from the river shows that a little bit causes a lot of problems for native species. Some Texas State students took action recently and installed emblems along every drain on campus to help students and faculty be more aware of the consequences of their actions. Texas State senior Zachary Moreno recently took his senior photos with his friends, and they all decided not to use confetti.
Our drains just don't go into a big pond of trash. No, it goes into the San Marcos River, which, all of our students enjoy going to during the summertime. And, to keep it alive and to keep it, continue going to it, we need to help protect it and preserve it by, picking up our trash and not using plastic and throwing it in the air just to get a good photo.
The Habitat Conservation Plan advises graduating seniors to use natural things such as birdseed or flower petals in their graduating senior photos. For Bobcat Update, I'm Sarah Bay.
KTSW, the other side of radio.
Welcome back to more West Canaan High School football. We're looking at what could be a very exciting ending to another chapter of this town's great football rivalry between the West Canaan Timberwolves and the Southwest Central Jackalopes. Joined with me as always, my dear friend and one of the best offensive linemen to ever come off the bench for Southwest Central, Don Valdez. What do you think of the game so far, Don?
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Always a pleasure. These teams have been going at it all night. That's the special thing about this game. It don't matter if your team has already secured a spot in the playoffs or if you're looking for the first win of the season. What happens tonight in this field counts for bragging rights in this town for the next 365 days.
Well, we just saw the T-Wolves punch it in for 6, and Southwest Central won't be looking for any field goals on this last drive. With a minute and 52 seconds left on the quarter, they'll be looking to take it all the way down the field for a touchdown and what could possibly be their last chance at high school football glory.
Strap yourself in, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a heck of a finish coming at you.
The referee whistles and the teams are all set for the kickoff. And the kick is up and over end. Returner Nick Sanchez looking to bring it out from 3 yards deep. Couple blockers in front of him. He looks to have a lane down the middle. Sanchez breaks off a tackle, still on his feet. And he's dragged down at the 32-yard line for a 35-yard return.
What? Oh, wrong back. If Sanchez broke another tackle, it would have been just him and the kicker. Then we would have been off to the races. But it's still good field position, and Coach Slumberger will be looking to air it out from here with minute 25 left on the clock and only one timeout.
All right, boys, this is what we practice for all season now. PA patch corner on 1. Let's take care of the ball. Jake, work your progressions. Keep your eyes down the field. O-line, not one finger touches Jake while we're out there. You hear? Okay, boys, let's show them what Southwest Central is all about. J-Lopes on 3. All right, 1, 2, J-Lopes.
And out trot the Jackalopes with their leader, Jake Manningly, with what could be the last drive of his high school career.
Yep, I'd say the T-Wolves got into the best of this old line all night. Let's see if they can keep him upright for one more drive.
And it'll be 1st and 10 on the 35. The Jackalopes lining up in the shotgun formation. Play action, Manningly looks around. He's stepping up in the pocket. He launches the ball. He has someone open. Rodriguez in the air, and he comes down with it.
Is a catch. That safety bit on that play action for just a sec. Number 28, Sean Rodriguez, is able to split the defenders and find some open field. Ball was just outside his reach, but he stretched out there and came down with that one.
A huge play for Southwest Central. That's a 24-yard gain, and that'll give them 1st down on West Canaan's 41-yard line. And it doesn't look like they're going to be using the one timeout they have left, so the clock is still running.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Let's continue moving this ball. We got to get the score right here. Split right, 7-8-7. Check wing, Condor on 2, okay?
Right. Southwest Central comes up to the line. Manning Lee under center this time. He has Rodriguez and Bradley out wide. Moreno in motion. Jake drops back. Oh, and he's hit hard behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a few yards. Southwest Central will be looking to use their last timeout right here. That'll stop the clock with just under a minute left in the game.
Yeah, that was West Canaan's All-American linebacker Mark Bueller exploding through the gap. O'Neal had a hand on him, but Bueller outstepped it, and it was going to take a brick wall, if that, to stop him from getting to Jake. That was, of course, his third sack. He's just been all over the field tonight.
Okay, guys, they got us on that one. We got to hold them up, O-line.
Sorry about that, Jake.
Come on, man. What you doing, guys?
Man, chill it out.
Man,
Yeah, what's going on?
At least my mom washes her feet.
Hey, forget about it. Okay, next play. 686 pump F2 on 2. Let's get him right here, all right?
Break.
And it'll be 2nd and 13. The Jackalopes looking to gain some yards right now. Manning Lee takes a snap and he drops back. He has some time. He's looking around. He tosses one down the sideline. Bradley catches it. And he's dragged down out of bounds.
Oh, look at that. Receiver Mitten Bradley got a step on the corner. Came down with the ball with one hand before getting pushed out of bounds. That's a big first down right there, and it stops the clock.
It does, and that catch went for 17 yards. That moves the ball down to West Canaan's 27-yard line. Okay. Great catch, Milk. Appreciate it, O-line.
All right, you got it,
Here
Jay.
we go. Trips right, 6'9", V-check gorilla on 1. Let's go, all right?
Break.
All right, that brings the Jackalopes to West Canaan's 27-yard line with a fresh set of downs with 52 seconds left on the game clock. Quarterback Jake Manningly back under center. Let's see what happens here.
Looks like trips right. Bradley split wide left.
Manningly drops back, checks right. Bueller looking to get loose again. Moreno swings out the backfield. Manningly fires left. Moreno has it in his hands.
He has a lot of room in front of him.
Moreno streaking down the sideline, and he steps out of bounds at the 11-yard line with 46 seconds left in the game. Wow, we almost thought we were going to witness another sack, but Jake the Snake Manningly manages to get rid of the ball once again.
Yeah, Jake took a hit just as he was about to throw it. Show a great pocket awareness to check down in time. Once Moreno had the ball in his hands, it was all green ahead of him. I thought he was about to go for 6, tell you what.
Southwest Central showing some great effort on this drive. You could tell they don't want to end this game before getting that one last touchdown to send the season off on a high note. What do you think, Don? Are they going to try to lob one up into the end zone or pound one in from the ground?
While close to the goal line, you don't got a lot of room to air it out. Most important thing is to take care of that ball. But if you keep it on the ground, you don't make it. That clock just keeps running.
The Jackalopes out in the wishbone formation. Oh, and there's a fumble on the snap. It's hard to tell who fell on it. The refs are rushing over to clear the pile. The clock is still running.
Oh, that's the last thing they needed to happen. Looked like Jake was about to audible. Standard just snapped the ball. They better hurry up and spike the ball right here to stop the clock.
Southwest Central quick to line up in the same formation. The clock is still going and is now passing 25 seconds. They snap the ball. Moreno with the handoff. He sinks to a hole in the line. He's met by defenders, still up. He's moving the pile. His teammates helping him push. And he's down at the 1-yard line, stopping the clock with a first down.
What a heck of a run by Moreno. They caught the T-Wolves off guard with that, thinking the Jackalopes about to spike the ball. Instead, they run the ball. Moreno finds the hole, and Southwest Central now has a first to go. Only 8 seconds left in the game.
And the Jackalopes spike the ball. That'll run 2 seconds off the clock, giving him 2nd and goal with 6 seconds remaining. Look, guys, I didn't spend 7 years in high school to be some loser, and neither will y'all. We got time for one play. I blast 389, squeeze lemon on 2. I love y'all. Now let's take it in for 6.
Break.
Manningly takes a snap, hands off to. Oh, and it's a play action. The T-Wolves are biting on it. He looks around.
Someone's coming to get him.
Manningly turns and scrambles out of the pocket. Still looking. Jake decides to run it in. He leaps. Oh, and he crosses the line.
He did it.
Touchdown, Jackalopes. Off an amazing play fake. Jake turning around, scrambling from the defenders, leaping up and over into the end zone. The extra point is up and good. What an amazing end to the game.
And to the season. That was one game these seniors will never forget.
And neither will we, Doc.
that'll wrap it up for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As always, it's a pleasure to bring you the live broadcast of the West Caden and Southwest Central rivalry. At the end of the night, the score is the West Caden Timberwolves 52, Southwest Central Jackalopes 7.
Tune in to KTSW 89.9 or stream us live at ktsw.net.
And now, more music from
The other side of radio.